Hi guys, I see I'm live. Let me refresh this so I can see chat. Come on, computer. Come on, computer. Okay, I'm going to run one ad real quick, get it out of the way. Then we won't have to worry about that for a bit. Okay, let's see. Welcome to Miss T Motorsports. I am reviewing old races and continuing work on my father's book. My dad is Vic Kangas. I'm Tanya, Miss T Motorsports. I put these up on YouTube afterward. Anyway, I was reviewing 1999, which is basically my dad's last full year as a crew chief, and he was working with the 36 team of Tim Fedewa. He's going to work partially through the year, but I know that Tim's car did excellent here in this race, so rather than watch it alone, I decided I will watch Pikes Peak with y'all. And I'm getting excited. Races season is starting. I'm getting a little settled in here in North Carolina. Getting a lot of the business done. We're thawing out, catching up on laundry. All the things that get put on hold when we're kind of stormed in a campground. So anyway, let's watch the race. And like I said, Dad's with Tim Fedewa, the Stanley number 36. And Scott Welliver, I believe, owns the car. So if I jump off the screen from time to time, forgive me. But anyway, let's watch Pikes Peak. I'm going to jump off camera while we watch the intro.
The long road to the Nascar Busch Series Championship veers west and heads skywards. When points leader Dale Earnhardt Jr. is good, he's very, very good. But a downdraft at Myrtle Beach left him 25th, and once again looking over his shoulder. At this man, Matt Kenseth. He took the inaugural Busch win last year at Pikes Peak. Today, both would like to continue their winning ways. In the shadows of this majestic summit of Pikes Peak, two of NASCAR's young gladiators battle for the pinnacle of the sport and the title of Busch Series Grand National
Am I in
Champion.
the chat works? I'm still here.
Defending champion and current point leader Dale Earnhardt Jr., who starts 12th today, from nearest rival Matt Kenseth. In the last 5 events, Earnhardt has 3 consecutive wins. In a courageous effort at Milwaukee with a broken shoulder to come from back to the pack to finish in 3rd position. But it was a disappointment last Saturday night at Myrtle Beach, and a 25th place finish has opened the door for this 27-year-old driver, Matt Kenseth. A year ago, Kenseth dominated here at Pikes Peak, leading 104 laps. And if history does indeed repeat itself, Kenseth a year ago led as a point leader. He could again do it today.
Voted most likely to succeed in the month of July was Captain Kleenex, Jeff Green. At the Milwaukee Mile, he was just a sneeze away from victory when Casey Atwood turned a Turn 4 love tap into his first career Busch Series win. At Myrtle Beach, a guaranteed Jason Keller victory went away with a flat tire. In the right place at the right time, it was Green's turn to do the donuts, and the smoke is clearing on his 3rd place view of the championship. You know, in the last 15 years, no driver has ever won the Busch Grand National Championship after missing a race. As a matter of fact, the last time it happened was 1984. Sam Martin did it. He wrecked at Rockingham in the next to the last race and didn't make the final race at Martinsville. But this year there is one driver that could repeat history. Jeff Green missed the race at Rockingham earlier this year. The team did not qualify because they set that race after on points there was no qualifying. Now Jeff Green has won this year, and this team has their mind set up that they can still win the championship. Yeah, everybody's talking about Earnhardt and Kenseth, but they better not forget about looking in the mirror, because Jeff Green and the Kleenex team has not forgotten they still have a chance.
the worldwide leader in sport, and the National Association for Stock Car Auto Racing, NASCAR, welcome you live to Pikes Peak International Raceway. It's the Napa Auto Care 250 for the NASCAR Busch Series Grand National Division. 19 races have been completed so far in 1999. There are the numbers as far as the point standings are concerned. Kenseth just 62 behind Dale Earnhardt Jr. Two-time champion Randy LaJoie is 10th in the point standings, 685 behind. Let's get right to our Suzuki row assignments. On the pole for today's race is going to be Dave Blaney, his third pole of the year. Tim Fedewa has his best start of the year. So does Jeff Fuller in 5th position. So does Buckshot Jones in 9th. Down in 15th starting position is Todd Bodine. I'm Bob Jenkins, and with me is Benny Parsons.
And let's take a look at 16th to 30th. That's Tony Raines will lead that group. There's Randy LaJoie.
Dad's cars starting P3. The number 36 is yellow car. Got Stanley Tools. Pretty iconic paint scheme there.
Will start 31st in his third Busch Series race. Gary Bradbury in 41st is also in his third Busch Series race. Brad Baker, Steve Portengate, Ted Smokestead, and Damon Lusk all are in their very first NASCAR Busch Series race. Well, we have 4 onboard cameras that will be complementing our coverage today.
Damon Lusk will be carrying the American Online onboard camera. Also, Ted Smokestead in the yellow freight onboard camera, starting back in 42nd. And here's Butch Miller in the Channel Lock onboard camera, starting back in 37th position. And Shane Hall in the Country
Central Tractor Farm and Country.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Dr. Jerry Punch has a report from pit lane as we get set to go racing.
Guys, tires are critical at every race, but during a normal NASCAR Busch Series weekend, the teams are allowed 5 sets. 2 to practice on, 1 to qualify, and 3 on race day, 3 per position. But here at Pikes Peak, there was a bit of a misunderstanding, and the teams were actually given 3 sets for practice, indicating they had 1 set for qualifying and will be allowed just 2 sets for race day, meaning that will totally alter their pit strategy. 2 sets and 2 sets only under caution on race day. Let's check in with Ray Dunlap.
Doc, almost all the time in the Busch Fan National Series, when we go to Victory Lane, there's a good chance there's a Chevrolet there. Chevy wins an awful lot of races in this series. This year they've won 13 times. Ford has won 6 times, but I think it's important to keep track that Pontiac has 0 victories in 1999. There's a couple very fast Pontiacs in this field today, including the pole winner, Dave Blaney.
Blaney's first race here at Pikes Peak International Raceway. There has been 1 race held here in the Busch Series. That was last year. Matt Kenseth won it, but Dave Blaney did not compete in it, so he has gone to the pole position in his very first appearance here. On board with Ted Smokestead.
Ted Smokestead from the ASA rank. Getting a chance to run here in Gateway in a couple of weeks. And the David Ridley-owned yellow freight Chevrolet that Mike Skinner usually drives.
1 more lap to go. There you see Matt Abernathy, the official starter, giving the field the 1 more to go sign. We'll be going 250 laps here this afternoon under beautiful, bright, sunny, but somewhat warm weather conditions in the Rocky Mountains just south of Colorado Springs. It's a beautiful racetrack. It's nice and wide. It's a D-shaped oval. Front stretch 1,510 feet. The corners banked only at 10 degrees. And the elevation is more than a mile above sea level, but the real thing is that the turns are 71 feet wide, the front stretch is 65 feet wide, and the back stretch 60 feet wide, so there's a lot of room for passing BP and a lot of room for 3 and 4 wide racing.
And very, very long, big corners. You see the pace car, lights right atop the pace car, dives off.
Green flag.
Just a second.
Now we're on the bottom inside, yellow car. Dave Blaney's in front. Got Fuller right behind the Stanley car and Jeff Green. Jeff Green dived down in front of the 89.
But Tim Fedewa has dropped into 2nd position. Green moves to 3rd. And here they come off of corner number 4. Looks like Dave Blaney is going to lead the lap. This is his 4th race led in 1999. The last time he led
I'll come back in the chat just a second.
Still Herbert, still Parsons. Let's see Dale Earnhardt Jr. trying to work his way towards the front. He's on the inside of Elton Sawyer. That's the battle for the 10th position.
10th on back, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th. There's Elton Sawyer also in this battle, along with Tony Raines, the 74 car. Todd Bodine moves to the outside of Raines. Clipping along at more than 128 miles an hour. Dave Blaney's last lap into lead was 128.5. Second quick car was the 32 machine. Tom Green, who has now moved to second. And now they step it up to more than 129.5 miles an hour. And Andy Santerre, the 47 car, on the high side of the racetrack.
Lyndon Amick alongside Tony Raines. That's Tony in the black number 74. Lyndon Amick goes by in the 35 car. Back to the lead.
It is Dave Blaney, Jeff Green running second. Here is the battle for third position. That's Speedowa in the 36.
In 1999, the technical stuff was not that clear. This is obviously enhanced, and I've tried to clear up the rundown there where you can't really read the names very well. But anything I try doesn't seem to clear that up. It's just the era 1999. Just for a frame of reference, when I moved to Mooresville, North Carolina in 1995, they were just getting internet, and it was the internet where you click on a photo to download and walk away and do a chore and come back, and it downloads in 20 minutes. So that was just beyond that era. So it's frustrating, yes, but at least we do have the races archived, you know.
Green has led more laps in the Busch Series this year than any other driver, 669. He's trying to get the lead here to get him 5 points. At the line, they're absolutely side by side now. Green takes the lead.
Get that pursuit coming off turn 4 and make the most of it. He accelerated by down the front stretch. He will go in front. Blaney back to second spot. Blaney looks like his car's starting to push off these corners.
This is the 11th time this year, the 11th race, I should say, that Jeff Green has led.
I remember that. It would take forever. Now we're running in P4. My dad's crew chief on the 36 at this race. He started P3. Now, I haven't watched this, so it might have some commercials.
International Raceway being brought to you by Suzuki, maker of innovative motorcycles and ATVs. See the incredible new 1999.
Somebody sped that up. I didn't. I got it on normal speed.
Get your officially licensed NASCAR videos from ESPN Video.
Sounded like fast forward.
700 AutoZone stores across America. AutoZone, the best parts in auto parts.
Good old Mike Joy.
Laps have been completed. Jeff Green has moved out to about a 6/10 of a second lead over Dave Blaney with Keller running third. And here's a good battle for ninth position.
Randy LaJoy, the 1 car. The red-white car is on the move. Starting back in 17th. And watch Earnhardt Jr. dive down the apron of the racetrack. That was close.
He had to get those left side tires off into the apron of the racetrack, but managed to survive. He takes the position away from Parsons. That's still on the outside of the racetrack. And
this is 1999. In 1998, Dad worked with Base Motorsports and Randy LaJoy. Of course, he was their top dude. And Tim was in the Kleenex car. And they did pretty well. I think they finished like 7th or 8th in points. Something pretty good. And Dad was crew chief there with the Kleenex team at Base in 98. Then moved with Fedewa in 99 to this team. Then he's going to leave at some point. and go to this other team.
Elton Sawyer, Lyndon Amy, Andy Santerre.
Let's see, I'm going to jump back on my camera.
And the line forms to the inside. They go Todd 09, 66 Phil Rick Stark just keeps going back and back.
There I am. Hi.
On the outside. Now Casey Atwood comes up. Also on that high side. Maybe Mike can get back in line here. Nope. Sawyer goes around. And that may be the end of it.
You hear Wolfen, that's my dog outside.
Side by side.
She talks to the deer.
Is going to be abandoning that car. He stepped out of it for a couple of races and apparently is going to be abandoning it, and Elliott Sadler will be taking over when there's no conflict with Winston Cup.
That is correct.
A lot of these names are not familiar because they're at this fairly new for NASCAR track, Pikes Peak. And I've been reviewing 1999 because I have a lot of stuff I'm writing about my dad's career. And 1999 was not their stellar year for sure. And I happened to come across this where they started third, and I think they have a good finish. I can't remember exactly. I pulled up the stats in the database. A lot of my research comes from this database. Right here, I'm going to click it. It's going to come up right in your way. But this is Tim Fedewa's schedule. And 1999 Pikes Peak is on this list. July. Okay, yeah, July 24th. Yeah, see, he's going to finish second. I'm yeah. Oops, I got to minimize it or I won't be able to move it. But yeah, that's how I do a lot of my research, is with that NASCAR database. I gotta jump out for a real quick minute of an ad, and then we'll be back.
From Cincinnati, Ohio, his best finish in NASCAR Busch Series action, fourth this year in Milwaukee. Dale Earnhardt Jr., Phil Parsons. These guys have been running side by side and nose to tail all race long, and they still are. That's for 10th spot.
They were able to get by Buckshot Jones the last lap. Here comes Todd 09. Phil Parsons moves up the racetrack right in front of Todd. Now they're all
this was the era where you would hear names like Hank Parker Jr. and Lyndon Amick, Ed Barrier, Mike Dillon, you know, Austin and Ty's dad, the Green Boys, you know, David and Jeff Green. Jeff Green's leading, David Blaney. Now, Jeff Green in that 32 Kleenex car, I think if he was still at base, Dad had something to do with building them still. I would guess. Now, there's a little bit of audio issue here. Let's see what we can do. Well, they were showing the telemetry.
And again, Blaney was just a little bit quicker than Jeff that lap.
I don't know if this goes green all the way. This is a 1 mile D oval. Never been here in real life. I've been to 56 different tracks, but not Pikes Peak. Fuller's still running P6. Led
the first 7 laps. Green took over in lap number 8. And now on lap 34, Blaney has the lead back again.
As these two battle for the lead, Tim Fedua is only 1.25 seconds behind the leader. See Adam Petty going around the 45. There comes Dale Earnhardt Jr. trying to close in on the back bumper of the 4 car. Jeff Purvis, Little E running 10th right now. Purvis is 9th.
Steve Grissom's down 3 laps. We're still P3. Jeff Green got by us. Fuller's P6. So there's a couple of cars that come out from the top 10. 215 to go. It looks like this is a pretty fast race. It's a 2 hour and a half, 2 hour and 32 minute video.
So he did them proud last year. And
Most of my viewers watch in VOD. They watch on YouTube. It's mainly because I don't share it out, and I should. I don't do a good job promoting me at all.
And we have a little bit of a racetrack back to
The main reason I like watching old races and talking about the old stuff. I don't have a lot of stories for Pikes Peak because I haven't been there personally. There's Jeff Fuller now. He's one of the modified champions from the New England Modified Series. Northeast Modified Series, I guess is more like it now. Even the back markers, like I hear a lot of flack, people say, oh, the back markers and I was watching a podcast, to be honest, this week on Twitch, and it was somebody that had previously or recently worked on a NASCAR team because he knew a lot about NASCAR. But when someone would spin out and be on the apron and say, get that piece of junk out of there. And he was obviously someone that got on a race team because he was, really freaking, guns and everything. And he was a football player. So he was part of that crew that they started getting these athletes to do pit stops. But I didn't appreciate the attitude. And to be honest, I switched to another channel. We need the back markers, we need the midfields, we need them all. And to be honest, the back markers would not be back markers if we had money that NASCAR has taken for their own sponsorships. I mean, that's just how it's been, you get someone who brings Joe Schmo's pizza parlor in, and NASCAR, if there's enough money there, NASCAR would be Joe Schmo Pizza Parlor Cup, okay? That's just how I've seen it go since 1960s. It's okay, though. I mean, we like racing, we like having fun. This must be a raw feed. Yep, raw feed. So I'll skip the commercials here. There we go.
And a car in trouble here.
Oy vey.
A couple of cars, actually.
Go to commercial. Get a cash. Actually, it's going to stay green. No, they're waving the caution. I see the flag up there. Our car is a Stanley car. Sheesh. That's when a car is loose. That typical. That car was loose. Look, where they spin around and back in the wall.
Possibly they receive.
Well, we get the in-car perspective.
A lot of these names, see, they're stumping the reporters because their names they're not familiar with, being at Pikes Peak.
And right there, we're going to see some contact.
Well, that's a oops.
And Blankenship. Shane Hall just squeezes by on the inside.
Jeez.
And from another angle, we see that he's already, and there's Parker spinning on the inside of the track.
Hank Parker Jr.
Avoiding him. So David Blankenship's third
I met him.
Busch start brings out our
I didn't
first
even know he
caution.
like
Finished 31st
raced.
at Martinsville and 29th at South Boston. That
What's
Martinsville
funny
started
is
back
this
in
is like
1994.
1999. I met him
He
in
makes his way
2004.
into
Didn't
the
even
pit
know he
area,
was a
and here goes
driver or a
Mike
race car
McLaughlin
driver.
in.
I mean, I knew of Hank Parker's, you know, outdoors and all that, but I didn't know Hank Parker Jr. raced. And him and Stephen Miller were, I'm not Stephen Wallace. Him and Stephen Wallace were in the pit.
Some of the cars up front did not pit.
No, take it back. I got all like confused. I'm gonna cut that out. Anyway, Stephen Wallace, Hank Parker Jr. I was watching the pit stop. I can't do two things at once. Mike McLaughlin. Can you tell I'm OCD? Anyway, Stephen Wallace, Hank Parker Jr. came to exit 36 billiards, which I used to go there a lot and play pool with my son. And he was talking to me, oh, being so nice. Come help me pick out a song on the jukebox. I must have been the old lady they picked to like schmooze on that day. But anyway, he was very sweet. But honest to God, I didn't know he raced for years. I mean, I had heard of Stephen Wallace. He was actually joking around. He said they were joking about women and junk. And I think Hank Parker Jr. said to me something to the effect of, Stephen wants me to date his sister. His sister looks like him in a wig. He said, ew. He swear like that. So, I don't know. But anyway, I hope Hank Parker Jr. didn't marry Stephen Wallace's sister, I guess. But that was my little Hank Parker Jr. Experience. But I was the Milfy or whatever. He was just busting me. And I knew it, but I played along.
Let's take a look at this incident once again that brought out our
I mean, I was in my 40s, okay?
The car we're riding along with, the black car, makes contact with David Blankenship in the Duraloop Chevrolet. He backs her in the fence.
And as we get set to go back to racing, Ray Dunn,
but anyway,
Jr. runs 11th.
And Bob, an awful lot of teams down here have sticker
the main
tires
thing is
ready
we
to
have
go when
fun
they do come in for
racing
pit stops. That means they have
and
not been on the
goofing,
racetrack
and
yet.
most of all,
Look
we
at all the
goof.
tires over here in Dale Jr.'s pits. They're all scuffed. Every tire they have ready to go onto the racetrack has some laps on it. They believe that's going to give them better wear. Now take a look right here at this yellow stripe on the tires. This is basically designed so that whenever the crew gets ready to go out, the carry guy will carry the tire right here. This is where he puts his hand. And that helps them index it so that
okay, I'm going to pause this for a second. It does help you index. You actually line up your middle finger with that line with that, because my ex was actually a tire carrier, and you have it, and your middle finger is actually feeding that lug nut, that one top lug nut on. It's kind of a technique that they learn.
Straight up, and it's ready for the pit stop.
But yeah, beyond that, it's not just hold at that line. You got to actually put your middle finger in line with that hub so you hit the lug. It's a eye hand.
Best qualifying effort of the year, qualifying fifth in Meredith Ruark's unsponsored Chevrolet. The key there is unsponsored. They're out of money. Their sponsor didn't pay their bills, and so the team basically loaded up in a van and drove 22 hours from North Carolina to come to Pikes Peak. Why? Because they want to be able to keep their points position. If someone does come on board, they got provisional starting spots for the rest of this year and all of 2000. Dedication, and right now that dedication is paying off. They're running in 7th spot.
His best finish this year was in California, 12th. They have run 16 of the 19 races in 1999.
Okay, I'm going to stop that for a second because this is a good place to add this little tidbit. Dad did work for Fuller in 1996. They had a win at Bristol. He worked the second half of 96. They had a win at Bristol, which was Fuller's only Busch Grand National win. He didn't get sponsorship here at this, but he will end up, I think in 2000, he will drive the Viagra car, maybe. But anyway, mid-season here, when they get to Charlotte, my dad has put together this team to do with the purchase of the Cale Yarborough and all of that. My dad was going to be the crew chief. Fuller was going to be the driver. They went to Charlotte, and in 2000, actually they went in 1999. I was supposed to have a team in 2000. But in 1999, I found the race. They went and they blow a motor. They qualify really good. My dad had the motor in it. They wanted to switch to an Elliott motor. My dad said, please do not do that. They did it anyway. And I guess because... Anyway, Jeff and my dad lost the ride. And all of that. But they made a call. They overrode the crew chief, which would not have been a good situation in the long run for Dad to have stayed there anyway, regardless. But long story short, the team lost funding. It went all sliding sideways. And then the following year, Jeff Bodine, comes out riding the ride. So I'd like to know what happened between my dad and Fuller putting a whole deal together, getting shitted out of it, and then all of a sudden Jeff Bodine, who I worked for before, shows up in the ride. Now, there's a whole lot of fill in the blanks for both my father, for Fuller, for us, the whole team. This was where my dad said, that's it. I've had enough of NASCAR, and he moved south and he started helping IMSA kids and people at New Smyrna. So this Chip McPherson team and all that went sideways was it for Dad. Dad said enough of this and could see the way NASCAR was going. So you can see how I have a little bit of a tainted attitude about, not appreciating the car builders and drivers and the people that made the sport. And then they had the whole, you had your whole lawsuit and all that, and maybe we're getting back on track. But anyway, long story short, let's watch the race.
Last year here at Pikes Peak, he started 14th and finished 11th as the green waves, and we go back to competition on lap number 53. You got Adam Petty in there.
Adam Petty got it down to the inside. Jeff Fuller could not take the spot away. As a matter of fact, he might lose a couple spots as Adam Petty loses momentum off that corner.
3 wide down here. That's Damon Luss there in the 12 car, the slower machine that got past, and they're still trying to split him.
That's America online on board camera, and he's seeing cars going by on the right side and the left side.
Andy Santerre goes by on the left.
I appreciate y'all listening to my rants every now and then. We put in all the blood, sweat, and tears and did our homework in campers and all of that to race as a kid, and it was a really cool life. But I wish that they had the money back then they got now. Didn't take all our sponsors. But racing's fun. You just gotta keep it fun. Bottom line, keep it fun.
There's the 2-time NASCAR Busch Series Grand National Division champion. He comes up.
If it's not fun, change your series. Don't go broke trying to chase a cup or a O'Reilly Cup. Dad got championship in O'Reilly, Busch Grand National in 92, and that and getting his induction in the Hall of Fame in New England were his two, what he said, his best moments, and also winning Bristol. Hey, Pops. Good to see you, too. I was watching this. I went to watch this race, and I saw the specs were really, really good. Guess what? So they finish really good here, sorry. What's up?
I need your help up front to keep your eyes on what's going on the racetrack.
Well, he's closing in on Fedewa now for second position.
And here we go. LaJoy gets a good run off that corner.
There's Dad's car there. LaJoy was his teammate the year before. LaJoy had the Fina car, or no, Food
1999 season with a victory
Lipton
at
car,
Daytona.
I think.
Right now,
I know it was Base Motorsports. I know we had Kleenex, and he had
now he's set his sights on the
Lipton,
leader,
I
Dave
think.
Blaney, and is about 0.3 of a second behind. No, make that about a car length behind Blaney.
Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. That's so good, because I know you were in that cycle of, oh,
And Kenseth takes over third
it's
spot.
so
And
hard
now
to have
Blaney
pain,
gets
and
back again.
I had my whole life, since I was 16, been on muscle relaxers and painkillers and everything.
When you talk about guys that have
And it just,
come from the back
thank
of the wall,
goodness that
LaJoy now
there is
challenges
legal
Blaney for the lead.
in
Jeff
places.
Gordon went from
It was
third
legal in
to
Florida.
fifth
There's a
early this year, and
low
LaJoy
dose that's legal
has
here
the
in North
lead.
Carolina.
From 29th at Myrtle Beach.
So,
And again,
yeah,
Randy
that's
Williams
wonderful.
started 17th here this afternoon, and
So
he
we're in
has taken the
P4.
lead on lap number 60. So we've had 3 leaders so far today. Blaney, Green, and now LaJoy, who started 17th.
Fuller's in
By lap
P12
number
now.
11,
He
had
dropped
gained
back from
5
that
spots and now
qualification
finds
run.
himself at the front of the
They
field.
announced he was out of sponsorship
190
money, that
laps to
the
go as 60
he was
has been
sponsored
completed.
by
Pikes Peak
Fiberall all year, and I guess they didn't come through with the payment. That stinks. This is a raw feed, so I can fast forward.
Be interesting to see who all pits and who doesn't. Track position is going to be so important today. I had figured Little Earnhardt and Kenseth and a bunch of those guys would make it in. Randy LaJoy is in. It's going to be a 4-tire stop for him. They're working on the left side. And he's
Oh, absolutely. The medicine is more in the terpenes and the CBDs more so than the THC, but it's impossible to have it with zero THC. In this state, it's a THCA, which is a low dose. It's a 0.03, I think, or something. But
both those cars complaining of getting loose here in the early laps.
it has
tighter as the race goes on, but
THCA, so it's,
taking a toll on these tires. So both made major chassis adjustments.
I guess, compare, my son said compare it to, like, picking corn. The sugar turns to starch in 20 minutes. It's because it's a chemical thing. He said the THCA is the acid. Yeah. The THCA. Yeah, the THCA, because it's low dose too, really. The A is something to do with the acid. I don't know exactly, but it still has the terpenes, which is the most important part. And not all terpenes are the same. I've found some strains have terpenes that are make you more like tired, maybe. I haven't found any that mess up with your head or anything too good. But, you know, it don't make you feel drunk or nothing. It just makes you feel maybe tired or alert or energetic or, you know, kind of like having caffeine.
in the center of the corner, but no changes on the chassis.
Okay. A little bit time to stay on the cornfield. Like being shot out of a canyon. Yeah.
Shot out of a canyon. That's a reference, if you don't know, to Evel Knievel.
Guys, air pressure.
Because it's shot out of a cannon, but they say shot out of a canyon. It's to be funny. It finally got warm here. It's so nice to be warm again.
So basically,
54 degrees, it's a heat wave.
So basically, all those guys came in.
I'm in shorts and short sleeves. I have one lone fly that is climbing all over my TV screen too. If you see me going, yes, my monitor's got this fly crawling all over it, trying not to be distracted. You hit the low 80s? Oh my God. That would kill me at this point. I'm so, like, used to 0. Oh my God, we froze our butt off this winter. That one cold month, we went through 3 bottles of propane. All right, what happened to Tim after this restart? That is about the most screwed up looking restart I've ever seen. Blaney. All right, he's right in there. There's 3 yellow cars that all look alike. Do you know how hard it is to spot? When all you can really see is the car color. My cars were blue at Lake Speeds with the Span and black at the QVC. And to try to spam, I'd always have to know where the Lowe's car was in the Family Channel because they all looked the same on the back stretch. Oh yeah, take your time, Pops. Have fun. I'm glad you stopped by. Getting all psyched again for the racing season. How about that Ryan Preece? He won the Busch Clash. Well, I don't know what Cookout Clash. I should call it by the name.
He has made a stop during the race, but Dave Blaney has not made one at all. Boy, it's Scramble City back here, isn't it?
It sure is. Smokestead trying to go by on the outside of Portingay. And looking for Randy LaJoy trying to get by Mark Green.
3 wide.
Earnhardt Jr., but
I'm going to jump out of the camera just for a minute. Take a little break.
Oh, look at that shot down the front.
3 wide into the corner.
This is recipe for disaster right here.
Yes, it is. There's Adam Petty caught back.
It's been a while. I have to figure out how to do it. There we go.
In this monstrous pack of race cars.
Phil Parker trying to dive on the inside of 47. Andy Santerre.
This is back for about 15 on back.
Reporting gain of 14 cars. They look at those guys go.
Yeah, I think I'll just sit here and watch.
Tony Roper in the 61 car right in front of the Alltel Chevrolet of Phil Parsons. This is Shane Hall. Pulls up on the back of Kevin Grubb. Right along with him in the, I'll get this right, Simple Tractor, Farm and Country, onboard camera.
Very good. Hermie Sadler's in the 33 car. That's Buckshot Jones in the 00. Hank Parker Jr. Oh! Wide, LaJoy, Dale Earnhardt Jr., and the 90 car Brad Loney.
And LaJoy takes that spot away. So
7th, 8th, and 9th.
But LaJoy up in 7th position.
Did make a pit stop last time, but he did not make a chassis adjustment. So Randy LaJoy is satisfied with the way that car is working. He comes up on Matt Kenseth.
It's good. Bradbury in the green number 28 car.
Vito came back out in the same position, so that's good.
Watches Randy LaJoy drive by on the inside.
The position away.
And Randy LaJoy goes on the inside of the 17 of Matt Kenseth. Tries to take the spot, but Kenseth running that high line once again. Comes back on the outside.
The battle for 4th position. Kenseth maintains it, but now LaJoy with a good run down the backstretch. Nope, cannot do it. line. They're just about side by side. Now LaJoy has the position. So move Randy up into fourth. Up front, Dave Blaney.
He's off the pace. Something is amiss with the Amoco car because here comes Dillon going on the outside for the lead.
Dillon takes the lead. Jerry, what's wrong?
Right front tire. Dave Blaney said, I got a problem, guys. I'm coming. Right side tire. He missed the entrance to pit road because he was trying to hold on to the car with a right front tire here on lap 77. So their strategy to go past 85 may have fit him here as he has to try to get the car back around. And Gil Martin, the builder of this Amoco crew, will change 2 right side tires under green, but he will already have lost 1 lap and probably lose 2 more in the pit.
Tough break for Dave Blaney. Meanwhile, Mike Dillon has the lead. It's only the second time that he has led in 1999. His other time at the front was at Watkins Glen, but that's Tim Fedewa right behind him. And now Fedewa has a good run.
Dillon goes high, drifts up high in the corner, and Tim Fedewa drives to the inside of that 17 Pontiac. And that time by, too close to call, but I think Fedewa will have the lead down turn 1.
Yes, indeed. Fedewa now is at the front, and this is the 4th race that he has led in 1999.
All right, I'm kind of back.
Jerry, bring us up to date on Dave Blaney's pit stop.
Well, about a 13.5-second stop, a very good pit stop for this Busch crew. They're looking at the right front tire behind the wall, but obviously a big disappointment. If their strategy had held up, it looked like they could win one, but apparently the right front tire, there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of wear, but apparently it was losing air, so they came in and made a right side tire change, and obviously that hurt their chances big time of winning here today.
First 5 cars running right together. There is Dale Earnhardt Jr. picking up 4th spot from Matt Kenseth. These are the first 2 in the point standings.
Yeah, these 2 are leading the points this season. It was a big year for Junior. He still had his dad. He was real high-strung. Whoa, he was high-strung. He had broke his shoulder, chipped his shoulder a couple of weeks before this race, too. So he was still healing.
If the checkered flag would fall right now, I'd be real happy.
I'll check on Kenseth out here.
Yeah, something, I mean, he just doesn't seem to be as fast as he was.
Roger, I can update Fedewa too when you get a chance.
Oh, hey, Pops. Glad you're back. I'm back, too. I'm just off camera for a second. I'll be right back.
Kenseth is just real tight on new tires.
Okay.
And I can't update Fedewa.
Okay.
And they cannot find a hole in that right front.
Was it low?
Yeah, but they can't. They're still looking. They can't find a hole. I'm going to run back down there.
They're talking about going down and talking to the 36 pit to find out what's up, but he's still on the lead lap. I mean, he started 3rd and he's in 2nd, I think, or 2nd or 3rd. But I don't understand that about the flat thingy, but they'll get to it here. They're under commercial break.
Eastern Time, join us for the Hall of Fame induction ceremonies from Cooperstown, New York. Listen to today's names, VP being inducted into the Hall of Fame. George Brett, Rob Yump, and Nolan Ryan. It's all at 1 o'clock.
Nolan Ryan.
On ESPN.
Shoot, my son had a Nolan Ryan rookie card. I remember that. Through all of the moving of this and that stuff happened. In fact, I'll find out something about that. I can actually find out about his cards.
Here this afternoon. Last year, 7 drivers led. We're only at lap 86. And Jerry Punch has an update on Tim Fedewa, who's dropped back to second.
You know, Tim Fedewa and that entire Stanley crew were very, very optimistic this weekend. They made a change before this race with a new engine program. Both he and teammate Todd Bodine came out here with Dennis Fisher motors. Fedewa was fast in qualifying, didn't sit on the pole, but was by far the fastest car in happy hour yesterday afternoon. Tim Fedewa has not won this year, but thought this just might be his day. And he said, if we can hang on the long run. We're good on new tires for about 30 laps, but the long run hurt us quite a bit. If we can get new tires in the last 50 of this race, we'll win.
He's under attack right now from Little E, who's back there in third spot. Fedewa's best run of
Now, they said they checked with the Fedewa pit, but they did not mention my dad by name. And I know at some point he, by October, will end up going to a different organization, putting together that purchased Kelly Yarborough's team for the McPherson team. It all went sideways. It never really amounted to too much. Not for my dad, anyway. They did all the legwork, put the team together, and got heave-hoed for, I don't know, Bodine ended up in I don't know. It's all these mysteries that when you're racing, you don't know the behind-the-scene money deals. You just don't even pay it. You're so focused on making the car fast or driving fast or doing the car work. You don't think about the finances, and so we really don't know the answers.
Thanks, Doc. You know, we talked about all the drivers that have had experience here at this racetrack. There are actually only 12 guys.
I know both my dad and Fuller put in a lot of time putting that McPherson team together. I remember going to the shop and it was bare bones nothing, and they put it all together and didn't end up running the team. There's some shenanigans that go on in racing, unfortunately, and if you're just like easygoing people that don't look for that, you're just not used to that lifestyle, and I'm sure you'll see things come out here and there that anytime there's a lot of money involved in anything, you're going to have shenanigans. Randy? Oh, I thought it was Butch Miller for a minute. I mean, I thought it was Randy LaJoy for a minute. And headed in the right direction. Sounds like it ain't got gear.
This will bring up the caution flag eventually. No, you've got the car moving, but how's it going to get turned around?
Not much empty racetrack for him to do so without coming up on.
It sounds like it doesn't really engage too good. It's not sounding normal.
He might not be able to. You'll see. He goes up, makes some contact.
Oh, gee, that's a bad deal.
Through there. And there the caution flag finally does come out, but there's where you got the damage on that left front.
Let's see. Skip.
Comes down, spins. Shane Hall goes by, hits the left front fender on Butch Miller's car as he goes by.
I had a rundown right here.
He is 2 laps down, back in 38th position as we await the green flag once again.
I am so glad, though, that the weather has broke. I went into my cabin. Oh, my God, I cleaned the upstairs. Took me like 3 hours, and I wore my fingers to the bones, even with gloves. And I bleached it all. And now I got to pull out the old bunk and add a new my RV dinette, because we're going to change the configuration in the RV to be more open concept and stuff like that, so we can. Anyway, we're gonna change the decor in here.
Well, Bob, we're 1/3 of the
And
way. Yep, a little over 1/3.
I'm working on my cabin and my
So far, so
greenhouse
good.
the same
See if I can undo my
time.
taxes.
I'm
Yeah,
at my
I
friend's
had to.
house, my friend's
No
land.
wonder
We
I can't
moved back
talk to
here.
children.
She's elder, like about my age, and when we get to be our age, taking care of a house and property isn't an
All
easy
right.
task.
I don't need it, Kenny.
So I'm here, and my son's here to help her, and we all help each other in this little town. So she's always been a good friend and all of that as well. So we take care of each other. It's the way you gotta do it these days. Take care of each other.
We're basically about 3 inches smaller, about a degree, 3.5, 4 times.
But I'm excited. I'm almost to the end of the research on Dad's book as far as to finish the timeline to the end of his NASCAR stuff. Of course, he still races. Even today, he helps people, but what I'm going to do after I finish 1999 and 2000, that little scuffle with the McPherson deal, I'm gonna start looking at some of the old stuff, 1990s, no, 1980s, 70s even. I'm gonna review some of the 70s modifieds, and I'll review some of the 1982 to 84 when he was crew chief in Cup. It was called Busch Grand National before it was Winston Cup. There's some Stanley cars.
We are being told that they fully expect Jeff Krogh to walk out of there in 3 months. And the crews are wearing badges on the cars and, of course, on their uniforms saying, "Get well, Jeff. We love you."
From all of us here at ESPN and the
That
ABC
looked like
family
the
of,
Stanley
networks, the
car.
best to Jeff Krogh. By the
Pitt,
way, he
if
led
you
for
don't
a lot
mind,
here.
I'm going to jump back real quick. I'm not sure when Dad left
Okay,
this
we're
team, so I want to check one more thing. All
Accident at Milwaukee. Now, he's in comatose condition at a Milwaukee hospital 4 days ago.
right, there's Tim's wife up there. Thought I saw Dad here.
A number of people from here in the Busch family went up to see he and his wife and family, and the reports are very, very good. Originally, when he was admitted to the hospital, it said it would be a year before he would come out. He is recognizing people, recognized his wife, his mother, and of course some of the drivers, Curtis Markham, Bill Amick, and folks who went up there. We are being told that they fully expect Jeff Krogh to walk out of there in 3
There's
months.
Dad right there. He just walked by. So he's still with Stanley. I know Clyde McLeod is also another crew chief that works with the team. So that confirms one thing. He's still with Stanley at this race. Late July.
Back to competition as Randy LaJoy leads. Tim Fedowa in second position. Look at Matt Kenseth out here. Now, Dave Blaney has positioned himself between first and second, but Dave is trying to get back on the lead lap. Remember, he lost a lap when he came in with a cut tire.
He does have an awfully fast race car, as witnessed by his pole position qualifying run here.
My Stella, come in. Hi, Stelly. I got you a snack. You want some pizza? You want pizza? Okay. I'm going to give her some pizza.
Analog onboard camera giving you the shot. That's Taco 9 up ahead.
Check out the Lucas Oil. Lucas Oil manufacturers. They manufacture heavy duty and high performance lubricants. Check out our telemetry. Down the front straightaway. 7,600 RPM.
Down to about 116 miles an hour before he's back on the throttle.
About 6,000 RPM as Todd Bodine goes by Dale Earnhardt Jr. Takes over the fourth position. Now here comes Brooks Miller trying to get on the inside of Dale Earnhardt Jr.
We mentioned that Blaney, of course, did make that pit stop under green but he did make a second pit stop during the most recent caution. And Jerry Punch, Dale Earnhardt Jr. is hanging right in there.
I saved her pizza.
We have a problem with the handle of the car going away. Now, his last pit stop, let's talk to Tony Eury Sr. He said Dale was tied in and loose off. They made a track bar adjustment and an air pressure adjustment, hoping to be able to change that. Now, what they've done now, he is simply loose all the way to the corner. They're going to try to make it past lap 150 so their fuel will hold out and then get back in and put the track bar back where it was before. But right now, very loose to the 3 car.
That's probably one reason that he moved over, let the 66 car go by. He
Was
did not
it
want
good?
someone right on his back bumper because that will make a loose.
I had a pizza saved for
Here
Stelly.
are the points as they are right now, with Kenseth moving into 52 points from the battle of the championship. There is Kenseth as he moves to the outside or tries to move the outside. I'm 10 feet away.
That's the second and third place, fourth, fifth. And here we see Jeff Green, the 32 car, driving down the inside. Never see Dick Trick on the 5 car, driving on the inside of 90, Brad Loney. That's the battle for about the 15th position.
And there's Casey Atwood right there also.
I'm going to take care of the Stell for a minute. I'll cut off my camera a minute. Take care of my baby. Love my puppies. Oh, we're fostering a dog too. That's why it's like I got my cat and my dog in here, and we're fostering Sparkle. She's a pit mix, and she's iffy with cats. So I have to keep my zone in my room. My son keeps the zone downstairs, and whenever the cat's inside, we keep the door shut. So. Anyway, let me jump off screen and take care of these fur babies.
Myrtle Beach, he finished 5th, and now Atwood. Here's a battle. Bodine, Green, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. This is 4th, 5th, and 6th. Green was so strong earlier in the race, dropped back, but is now charging toward the front once again.
It's on the outside of Earnhardt Jr. Takes that position away. Moving up to 5th position. Dale Earnhardt Jr., the 3 car, back to 6th.
Meanwhile, back to about 8th position is Andy Santerre.
Sorry, Bob, trying to take about 7 spots from the 57 of Jason Keller.
Santerre, of course, injured at Daytona. Made his return at Watkins Glen. Also ran Milwaukee. Did not make the Myrtle Beach show. But he is running side by side now for the battle in 7th position.
Great run for Santerre. He tries to get that position. Can't quite make it. Falls in behind Keller. Here comes Elton Sawyer. The Lysol towards Horace.
Mike Swain Jr. and Elliott Sadler were in this car while Andy was on the men. Meanwhile, up front, it's still Randy LaJoie, who has about a 1 3/4 second advantage on Tim Seidel when he tries to get his lap back. Okay. Yeah. Oh, Matt. Thank you. help you do it yourself. And by Daytona, USA, the official attraction of NASCAR. 117 laps have been completed here at Pikes Peak International. Randy LaJoie is the leader of the race by about 2.5 seconds over Matt Kenseth, who has taken second spot from Tim Fedewa. Back of Fedewa is Todd Bodine, and then Dale Earnhardt Jr. there in the blue number 3 is in 5th with Jeff Green in 6th position. Rick Corelli's in the house, BP.
Yeah, there's Rick Corelli watching the monsters over next door. Great to see him here at Pikes Peak International Raceway.
Closing in on the halfway mark of this.
I've got dogs raising holy bejesus all over the neighborhood here. This is deer 30, and they woof at the dog. The dogs woof, and then it gets the neighbor's dogs woofing, and then everybody's woofing. So anyway, I sent Stella back out. Sparkle is in. And if they start woofing again, we've got to put her back inside.
Race cars, once the tires get hot, after 30, 40 laps, they'll start pushing. When they come off the corner, the car will just start trying to go straight ahead. That's called pushing. And Earnhardt's
Thanks,
car is
Pops. No
right
problem.
Now, that'll probably work to his advantage. Randy LaJoie's car isn't doing anything except going on to the front and staying there. You would see Earnhardt Jr. trying to get on the outside of Tim Fedewa.
He's not the fastest car on the racetrack, though. Whoa, Earnhardt Jr. is.
He's putting on a show. There goes Earnhardt. Always let Earnhardt by. Tim didn't really hold him up much. Those two were kind of oil and vinegar.
Third now.
He's 3 and a third seconds behind Randy LaJoie. We'll keep an eye on that and see if he can close in on the Bob Evans Farms and Chevrolet of Randy LaJoie.
And there the speeds from last lap, and LaJoie was the fastest. With Andy Santerre second quick, and the number 4 car of Jeff Purvis, who's running back there in 11th spot, was third fastest. And we'll check the speeds once again. Now Earnhardt is the quickest again, now that he's cleared the traffic, and Ray Dunlap has more.
Well, Bob, whenever we take a look at Randy LaJoie's tires, look right here. We have got the tires that came off the last time that they had a pit stop down here. And what they do is they put a temperature probe on here to try to see what the temperature is on the outside, the middle, and on the inside. Look at this, 180, 180, 180. That's the left side. The right sides are 200 even all the way across. When your temperature is even all the way across the tires, that means your car is handling really well. Now, a representative from Dave Blaney's crew just came down here and said, guys, please let us back on the lead lap. And they said, yeah, we will if you get back up there. But right now, Randy LaJoie is going right away.
Wow.
When the green flag drops,
See that tire temps now? That's how Dad does it.
But now Randy has moved.
I am so in the belief that there's 4 rubber things touching the asphalt. Everything above that doesn't. You can do this, you can do that. It's just like whatever pushes down on the 4 tires is what's most important, and how much and when and control where. And that's done with shocks. The springs is how much, and where, when is shocks. It's so simple. But we pay millions and millions to these engineers to tell us this.
Shane Hall and Ed Barrier, what are they battling for?
19th and 20th right now. Barrier has been 19th. Shane Hall's in 20th. We see Gary Bradbury back there in the 28 car. He's at 21st. Right on board with Shane Hall. Simple Tractor, Farm and Supply.
You got that down now, don't you?
Got it down now. Great runs. He goes by the front grandstand and drives down to the inside, but here comes Barrier back on the outside. What a great racetrack.
It's a nice wide racetrack. The banking isn't.
Oh, we got trouble.
Shot Jones. Buckshot Jones in the Cheez-Its car has hit the wall.
Left front tire is flat. We see some heavy damage to the right side of the Cheez-It car as the leader goes high and no caution flag yet.
And there may not be one, as it appears as if Jones will be able to make it back to the pit area safely. Here comes LaJoie down to complete lap number 128. We're past the halfway mark now.
See, Dale Earnhardt Jr. has been able to get by the 17 of Matt Kenseth, who's in the second spot as Buckshot brings his car down pit road.
Buckshot's 7th race in the Busch Series in 1999. Larry Pearson also drove this car, of course, while Buckshot was in Winston Cup. And they're going to work on the right side of the car. Let's take a look at what happened to Buckshot. Well, unable to determine.
Hard to tell unless the left front tire went flat and caused that. We see the right front tire. The damage to the car is the right front tire hit the wall. So that would bend all the suspension stuff. We see Ricky Pearson there checking and seeing, trying to see what is bent, what's broken, if they can fix the car and get it back on the racetrack.
How about Buckshot at testing at the Brickyard, huh? When we go to the Brickyard 400 in a couple of weeks, he was fastest of everybody in GM testing. Let's get down to the pits.
Well, they're still working on the right front of the Buckshot Jones Devil Zero car. And what Ricky Pearson was just telling him, so we're going to push the car back in the garage area. Looks like the lower control arm may be broken. He's actually talking to Buckshot. They're going to pick the Cheez-It car up and try to get a jack under it and get it back toward the garage area. Buckshot, by the way, plans to run the rest of the Busch Series season in this car. And this was a limited Winston Cup schedule, like 4 or 5 more minutes, including that Brickyard race we're talking about. That will be his next Winston Cup start. But looks like the significant damage underneath the front of this car. I'm not sure he's going to be able to get back out.
Buckshot's pretty much toast there. I've had to yell at my puppy out the window twice since I've not come on, telling her this is her last chance or she's coming in the house and going night-night.
Right. Yeah, that's the way I would throw that out, is that he's the last of the contenders for Pontiac.
All right.
Oh, ran to the jaw, spinning. Oh, the leader's in trouble.
What happened there?
Oh my God, Randy.
Yeah, I'm in the one pit.
The leaders last hit on that 64, so they should probably all come in.
Then they got to run 115 laps.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Wow.
Everybody should
So now they're on their second set of tires, second and final.
If they second and final, if they pit.
If they do pit. I don't think they will.
They're not pitting.
No. All right.
Okay. He did not.
Nope. Back at Pikes Peak, where the caution is out, and you will not believe why it is out. Here is Jeff Purvis moving down pit road. There are a couple of other cars that are making pit stops, but here's what happened to the leader, Randy LaJoie, running by himself.
Just riding along all of a sudden, and the car goes around. And we see he's got the right front tire locked down, sliding across the racetrack, and Randy LaJoie did not pit that time. You know that the tire has to be flat spotted.
Here it is once again. The car came close to contacting the wall, but I don't think it did. Boy, he flat spotted the tires. He slid to the inside, and here it is from another angle. He just got up too high, looks like, and
the problem started down on the bottom of the racetrack. And like he hit the apron maybe with the left side. I think maybe he might have touched the apron with the left side. Ray Dunlap, do you have any idea what happened?
Well, not exactly, Benny, but Randy came on the radio and he said, I ran over something. It felt like it was a wrench, and I thought the right rear tire was flat. They went back around a couple more laps, and he said, feels pretty good. We're going to stay out. So they did not pit. If they came in and pitted right now at lap 136, it would have been their last set of tires, and that could have been disastrous for what they hope to have is a pit stop much later in the race so that they can have fresher tires at the end.
Ray or Jerry, let me ask you a question. If he has flat-spotted tires, will NASCAR then give him another set of tires?
Yeah, in the driver's meeting, guys, they told him that if you come in and your tires are flat-spotted or you have a cut tire, the official at the pit will make a decision if those tires will count against your two sets. They may not.
But if he comes in now and changes tires on the R flat-spotted, he could have another set of tires. That would be a huge advantage for LaJoy.
Sure would.
Because right now, if he doesn't get another set of tires, he has to run 115 laps on the last set of tires that he has available to him.
Yep.
Wow.
Back down to Jerry.
Okay, updating Dale Earnhardt Jr. Why did they not pit? Well, they're talking back and forth a little bit here. Tony Erie Sr. talking with Earnhardt Jr. Basically on fuel, they could make it from lap 125 on, but the concern would be tires. And they're talking about the fact they would have to have gone 115 laps on tires. And Tony Erie said, the way that right front tire looks, we took it off. There's no way we could have made it 115 laps. We're going to go at least 40 to 50 more laps prior to coming back in. Let's check in once again with Ray.
Well, Doc, they made the decision that they just can't take a chance that that tire may have run over something. They've got to put fresh ones on. They've got thicker tires down here. They're going to the right side now. This will be a 4-tire stop for Randy LaJoy. He does do this at lap 137, so there's an awful lot of race left. We'll take a look at these tires just as soon as we can and see if there's a decision from NASCAR.
Well, I think that was a smart move. There's Randy getting to get dropped back to 12th position, and of course gives up a lot of track position. But boy, it seems like that he would have a lot better mental attitude now that he knows he has fresh tires.
Exactly, because there's no reason for him to spin over that corner. Randy LaJoy is a quality race car driver. There's just no reason for him to go around. So to get 4 new tires on the car, you know he has to feel a great deal better about it.
I see some lightning from a little thunderstorm. They predicted isolated, very widely scattered. Let's hope they scatter away from him. Now, as they take the green flag, we will tell you that Dave Blaney did get back on the lead lap. And as they take the green flag, he is back in 18th position. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is your leader. Matt Kenseth second. Tim Speedo third. Jeff Green fourth. And Andy Santerre up to fifth. Between first and second is Hank Parker Jr.
72 car Curtis Markham. Jim Brake on the outside. He is a lap down.
Hey, Pops. Good to see ya.
33rd position. Here's the AutoZone race recap. Your leader currently is Dale Earnhardt. This is the 6th different leader that we have had today. We've had 4 caution periods for 20 laps. The average speed.
We're still running top 5, far as I know. It's hard sometimes. Yeah, we're running P4. No, that's how many lap leaders. We led 7 laps.
And Earnhardt, along with Mike Dillon, who led 3
It's
laps.
been.
Hank Parker Jr.
I've been yelling at the puppy
Back in 32nd position.
out the window.
Jones is off the track.
We had to bring Sparkle and Stella in because this is the time the deer run through the field and they're woofing all over, and my son said he could hear all the neighbors yelling at their dogs to shut up. We had to get our guys in.
Well, he's going to hold him off for a moment. Let's get down to Ray Dunlap, who has a tire up there.
So much for everything being peaceful and quiet.
Exactly what we had expected them to do.
Uh-oh.
over and said, nothing wrong there. We'll have to keep you to the 2 sets of tire limit. So they've taken these tires that just came off the car and put them back up on the wall. So if they need another pit stop, these same tires will go back on the race car.
Well, he's got a lot of laps to run on that final set. As 143 are now in the books. Dale Earnhardt Jr. leading his 14th race of 1999. And Hank Parker Jr. has not been able to get his lap back.
And Dale Earnhardt Jr. right now is a half-mile-per-hour faster. Well, there's the Andy Santerre that time was the fastest car of the top 6.
Yep, just a little bit quicker than Dale Earnhardt Jr., but Santerre has a fast race car. Looking back here to 6th, 7th, and 8th.
Andy Santerre, if I'm not mistaken, came from the Busch North Series, which is kind of like an American Canadian Tour, which is a Xfinity type car or a Riley type car. But he made the transition to race in the South, I think, this year. He raced off and on the years prior. But he was what we call the Busch North guy.
Started 20th in this race and has made a nice movement forward to the 5th position. And we got a better run, but this time, BP,
Just can't get that momentum off the corner like Jeff Green can. Then on the inside, there's a battle for the second spot between Speedwa and the 17 and Matt Kenseth.
Meanwhile, Dale Earnhardt Jr. drives away just a little bit. He separated himself from Matt Kenseth by about 1.4 seconds. Back with more in a moment.
Still running P3. It's a pretty boring race with no crashes, but I like the pit strategy. They have been able to at least pit there one time, I think, under caution.
Santerre up in the front, wouldn't it?
Boy, it would.
And I'm telling you. He's fast. He's got a good race car.
Where's he at?
Yeah, yes, I am.
Okay. Continues to hang on to the lead. 152 laps have now been completed. He has more than a 1 3/4 second advantage on Matt Kenseth. Randy LaJoie made the pit stop, changed the tires, got his last set, dropped back to about 30th or 31st, and right now he is 18th, challenging McLaughlin for 17th. He is flying.
He is fine, but unfortunately, he doesn't have enough tires to see Damon Love right in the middle of McLaughlin goes by on the outside, and Randy LaJoie comes by on the inside.
LaJoie was leading, spun, made a pit stop, and is now charging back up toward the front.
And Ted Smokes will be right along with for just a moment. He's in 26th position in the yellow freight Chevrolet.
McLaughlin slides up the racetrack in the 34 car as LaJoie tries to move up to 17th. A lot of traffic up ahead, more 3-wide racing. Seems like that Bobby Hill is in 3-wide racing every time we turn around.
I'm telling you, Jason Keller is on the outside, just somehow squeezed it in between those two.
Jerry, what's the weather look like?
Well, down in the Dale Earnhardt Jr. pits, they sent a member a moment ago up to look at the NASCAR weather radar to check on that lightning we saw back at turn 1. And what they're telling their crew members, and will eventually tell their driver here momentarily, is that there's a cell about 45 miles away that has some significant rain. But what's close to us is this tiny little, small little cell. They shouldn't amount to much. The major cell still about 45 miles away behind the turn 1 area.
Not being familiar with the weather patterns out here in the Rocky Mountains, I'm not sure which way the showers move, but the one that we have noticed closest to the racetrack is to the southwest of this facility. Well, here's Green, Speedwa, and Kenseth as they battle for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, and Jeff Green has moved to 2nd.
Takes it away. You see Andy Santerre trying to get on the inside now, trying to drive on the outside of Tim Speedwa. Will that work?
Make that 3rd, 4th, and 5th as Matt Kenseth is in 2nd. Green third, then Fedewa and Santerre. There you see the speed for Green and Fedewa last lap, but the fastest among the top 6 last lap was second place Kenseth by just a little bit over Earnhardt.
And right now, Kenseth is 2 seconds, exactly 2 seconds behind Dale Earnhardt. This Fedewa is running exactly the same spot that Andy Santerre wants to run. Exactly the same. Andy Santerre tries to come off high off turn 2, but he's going to have to make the decision to go in high rather than on the bottom of the racetrack.
Makes passing a little difficult when somebody is occupying exactly the same place that you want to be. There's Kenseth in second. 2.05 seconds now behind Earnhardt.
Ever see Santerre drive on the inside?
Got a crash.
Oh my. I guess now we get to pit under yellow. That'll be good.
Right to start-finish line, just beyond the start-finish line.
And if Dillon gets one, he will not lose a lap. He's got a little bit of damage to his car, and he will continue to stay on the lead lap. And I believe Hank Parker Jr. got his lap back.
Did he? Oh, good. Here's a replay. This time, Hillen was not in 3-wide traffic, but Glenn Allen and he make contact.
Glenn Allen came off the corner, just pushed right up in the left rear of Bobby Hillen. Was the most surprised man in this racetrack because he just cruising along and all of a sudden, bam, he gets hit in the left rear.
He's been in so many tight situations and almost spun early in the race, and then all of a sudden, when he thought things were clear, he got hit in the left rear by Allen. Okay, now we're at the 160 mark, which means there's 90 to go, and I would guess pit road is going to come a lot busier this time than it was last caution period.
Here they come. Earnhardt Jr., Matt Kenseth, Jeff Green, all coming down. Jerry Poncho coming toward you.
45 miles an hour, BP. This should be their last scheduled stop. They will have no more tires. This will use their second set right here. Earnhardt Jr. told Tony Uri Sr. the car is perfect. No adjustment. Just 4 tires. And it's through now.
Getting exciting. We're parked actually further up pit road. I just saw us go by.
They're on the left side of the Earnhardt car. Let's check it up right now.
Jerry, Matt Kenseth's car was a little bit tight. They put one round the wedge in on the right side. A little bit of a right front air pressure adjustment. It'll be 4 tires for him. Adam Petty is also in down here. Kenseth is down and away, but he'll go out behind little Earnhardt.
The leader of this race is going to be Randy LaJoy.
Now, he came in, BP, and popped off, but he, of course, didn't change tires. Those ones that he has on only have 24 laps on them, so this is going to be interesting.
It really is. There you see the leader of the race,
Randy
LaJoy.
might be looking
Yeah, he
good.
might not be the leader of the race, but he will be the car that beat all the cars that made pit stops back on the racetrack.
That's right. Again, he topped off, but he did not change, and so he is in, once again, a position to contend for the win here at Pikes.
Come back online on my camera.
He did in Michigan once, didn't he? He ran like 500 miles without stopping. Yeah.
Ooh, look at that lightning.
Napa Auto Care 250
Holy
for the
smokes.
Busch Series at Pikes Peak International Raceway. I'm Bob Jenkins, along with Vinnie Parsons, Ray Dunlap, and Dr.
They said that's 20 miles away. I don't know. I don't know how far you can see in these climates. Wow.
They did, however, pit on lap 134, and that has resulted in Jeff Purvis having the lead of the race. Mike Dillon is running in second spot. Ray Dunlap, meanwhile, can give us an update from pit road.
Well, Bob, there's a couple situations coming into factor down here for the 4 crew. I talked to Johnny Allen, the crew chief. He said, we can definitely make it to lap 248. We
Finch
haven't
car.
figured out. Now, the last
Jake
couple,
Finch's
that's
dad.
a gamble. But he said there's also another gamble, and that's this weather that's off to the southwest. He said, we felt like the best position right now would be up front with that weather coming in. Now to Dr. Jerry Pine.
And updating Mike Dillon, the Kingsford crew, Bernie Miller, lap 135. He changed 4 tires full of fuel, and I've just been told they are set to go all the way on fuel, that their tires will hold out, so they're not going to come back in. The front two are going to try to hang on and steal a win.
Well, this is going to be interesting.
Right now, Randy LaJoie, who is one of the fastest cars, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. are back in 10th and 11th. You know, can they hold those two off? That's the real question. You know, can they hold LaJoie and Earnhardt Jr. and Matt Kenseth and all the rest of those cars off?
Well, they are assuming the restart mode here. As
Puppy dog's woofing out there again.
Are out, and we're set to go back to racing on lap 166.
Hold on.
I put my money on the red truck going down the Interstate 25. Looks like he's flying.
The interstate is just past the backstretch, as you can see. And between the racetrack and the backstretch, they have these noise-defeating barriers that are made out of recycled tires. Kind of an interesting twist. And now, with the pace car off the track, Purvis steps on the gas, and here we go again. Look at his barrier there, trying to take third from McLaughlin.
Oh my. That was a rough restart. I gotta get my pup in. I'll be right back.
Between himself and everybody else as he can, because he knows there's going to be a scramble for position back at him, and that is exactly what we're seeing. Here comes LaJoie leading the inside line with Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Jeff Green on board with Butch Miller.
Drives up right behind the Matt Hunter car, the red man, number 99 car. LaJoie tries to get by. That's about it for the 6th position between the 1 and the 99. Nick Smokestead was up there in front just a moment ago. He's been hustled to the rear in a rush.
Jeff Purvis becomes our 8th different leader in this race. That exceeds last year's 7 different leaders that they had.
It wasn't him get by the 99 car of Hunter, but he's now working on the other car of Lyndon Amick, and he gets up.
Oh, Adam Petty has some damage on the left rear of his car, and Shane Hall has some damage on his car also. Well, it's no wonder as tight as these guys are racing out there.
Tough race for Adam Petty.
Adam thought, and a lot of other people thought, that he had his best chance so far for victory. It will come someday. We know that. The question is when. A lot of smoke coming from Shane Hall's car. There's obviously some sheet metal is rubbing the tires. Meanwhile, here are LaJoie, Green, and Earnhardt. This is the 6th, 7th, and 8th position battle.
And LaJoie watches Earnhardt and Jeff Green, and now Matt Kenseth drive on the outside.
Andy Santerre in the 47th. Boy, he's had a good run today. Here's Green to the inside of Earnhardt. Trying to take away that 6th position. Oh, a little bit of a bump there at the line.
And here's Santerre trying to follow these guys. Andy Santerre has a great race car here this afternoon, folks. Talking about the number 47 car.
Fastest car on the racetrack last lap by far, Jeff Green in the 32. More than 2 miles an hour faster than the leader.
He's got position with Earnhardt, drives it in deep, and once again, contact between those two of LaJoie. Now tries to get on the inside of the 47. They're 3 wide down the backstretch.
Boy, Earnhardt had to check up, and when he lost his momentum, he lost 1 position, and now LaJoie trying to take away a 2nd, but unable to do so.
People on the inside. Here's LaJoie trying to get by Dale Earnhardt Jr. down in turn 1. That's about for 7th.
Todd Devine also comes up to join this very exciting battle for position. All of this happening behind the leader of the race, Jeff Purvis, who has a 1.5-second lead on Mike Dillon with 172 laps completed. 72, okay.
So he hit the wall, and then 43 ran across Adam. Is that what happened? Jeff, let's see.
Here we go, yeah. How did Adam get his left side damage from that deal?
What purpose ain't no slouch, is he? He was the fastest car that last lap. He was the fastest car.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, turn 3.
But can he go the distance?
Yeah, I think he'll be able to make the distance.
Yeah. Ray said he could. Coverage today of the Nascar Busch Series Grand National Division from Pikes Peak International Raceway, the Napa Auto Care 250. There is Dale Earnhardt Jr. in 5th, Andy Santerre in the 47, and Ed Barrier in the 77. As Jeff Purvis continues to hang on to the lead, but up now to 2nd position is Jeff Green. There he is going on his free. Mike Dillon is 3rd, and then comes Earnhardt and Santerre.
And Santerre taking a look on the inside of Dale Earnhardt Jr. trying to take that spot away. Here comes Randy LaJoy, who's shown so much promise tonight. Trying to get by Ed Barrier. That would be the 6th position.
Now remember, Jeff Purvis, the leader of the race, made his pit stop on lap 134. However, he has been one of the fastest cars on the racetrack in recent laps. He wasn't that last lap as Jeff Green was, but Jeff Purvis is not going to be an easy person to catch here.
No, he isn't. You check it out right now. He's got a 2 3/4 second lead on Jeff Green. We'll keep an eye and see if Green is able to close in any on the Lance Snack Chevrolet.
Shaved just a tiny bit off, 2.69 seconds.
6/100ths of a second. At least he's going the right direction. He's getting a little bit closer.
10 feet of on Dillon there are running side by side for position. Meanwhile, there is the serial on Dale Earnhardt Jr. since the restart. He was 12th on the restart and has picked up 9 spots since then. The defending NASCAR Busch Series champion, who once again is at the top of the point standings. Took him quite a while in 1999 to win a race, but then he won 3 in a row. In Dover, South Boston, and at Watkins Glen.
Here comes Matt Kent at the 17 line. He walked home. Boom.
Easy for you.
Easy for me to say.
And there's Nelton Sawyer moving inside of Mike McLaughlin. Sawyer in the 98. He's running back here now in 11th position. There's Todd Bodine. I read something interesting about Todd Bodine here recently. He designs a lot of things. He designs the paint schemes for his car. And not only that, but he has designed the house that he and his wife live in.
Okay, I'm back.
Todd Bodine.
Oh, it's so stressful.
Yeah. Todd right now trying to get the 7th position away from Ed Barrier in the 77 car.
I was just trying to relax. The puppy is quiet now. I told my son to look after that. I said if she starts again, bring her in, but I already told her out the window to lay down on her rug or she's coming in the house, and she don't like to be in the house. So the rug's right outside my window. So she's sort of in the house, but not. But there's deer running around right now in the fields, and she likes that.
Had to make a green flag pit stop, lost a lap, got it back, and now continues to try to get back up to where he was at the start of the race.
The problem, he did his lap back, but then he was behind all the cars. Had to restart at the very end, like 31st.
This race has been very weird. Like,
because you can see, folks,
because I'm not familiar with the track,
it's very, very difficult.
it looks kind of fast. Kind of fun. It looks like many grooves. But it doesn't have a rhythm. It's like everyone's on their own groove.
Back at the very end of this, as they're going inside of Jerry Bradbury. These two cars that ran up in the top 10 all day long, but once again, the has got them back there, and it's going to be a struggle to get back to the top 10.
Bradbury there in the 28th, only his third Busch start. He was 32nd at Darlington and 21st at Charlotte. Ray, what does the weather appear to be doing where you are?
Well, I'm not exactly sure yet, Bob, but the weather is coming over turn number 1, and the temperature is going down, down, down. It's getting much cooler down here. So I talked to Johnny Allen, the crew chief on the floor, and I said, is this going to help you or hurt you? He said, well, a little bit both, because we're a little bit loose getting in. He said, that'll help us, but we're afraid that it's going to make the car way too tight right at the end of the race.
Well, a moment ago, we talked about Jeff Green being 2 3/4 seconds behind. Now he's just a little less than a second and a half behind. So he has closed in a second and a quarter on Jeff Purvis.
And we've still got about 61 laps to go in this race. So Jeff Green has plenty of time to catch Purvis. There is the interval between first and second, Purvis and Green. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is third, followed by Andy Santerre and Randy LaJoie. More from Pikes Peak International.
P6. It's a raw feed, so I'll skip ahead.
Go.com. 5th and 6th here, LaJoie and Fedewa.
LaJoie has it. Fedewa obviously wants it. I will tell you that Jeff Green now is 2/3 of a second behind Jeff Purvis. So just keep you up to date. He's getting closer and closer. And running the lap over 128 miles per hour. That's a couple of miles per hour faster than we've seen all day. Temperature is one thing and desire is another thing that's causing that speed.
29 cars are on the lead lap. The most cars that have finished on the lead lap at a Busch race in 1999, 21 at both Nazareth and Watkins Glen, so we may break that record here this afternoon. Ray has an update on Tim Fedewa, right now running 6th.
Bob, at the top of the show, I was talking about how Pontiac has not won yet this year. Dave Blaney was kind of the hopeful for them as he was on the pole, but he's now a lap down. Of course, Buckshot Jones is out of the race. Tony Roper had engine trouble, so the only help left out there on the racetrack that Pontiac fans might have is Tim Fedewa.
Well, BP, it didn't take Jeff Green long to close in on Jeff Purvis, did it?
No, he still has 50 laps to go to try to get by this Lance Chevrolet.
Dad worked with Pontiac since 1984. He actually worked before that in Cup in 82, 81, and 82. 82, he was the crew chief mid-season. 81 was on the Race Hill Farms. He would help out now and then, but he still lived in New England. Steve Bird, Bob Johnson were more so on the scenes. But Dad did move down and take over crew chief duties when Bob Johnson quit mid-1982. And Dad was pretty loyal with the GM people his entire career that he was racing.
8 through 32. Now trying trying to get it again. Yeah, he's won 2 races in Busch so far this year.
So that might be
and
some of the
I guess you
Pontiac
could say,
connection.
inherited the lead as he tries to get to the inside of Purvis. He inherited the lead last week when Jason had his trouble. Gives the 200th lap to Jeff Purvis. Now we see Santerre and Earnhardt going at it for 3rd. Man, Andy is really good today.
That's a great race car today. This is about for the 3rd position. Now they're going crazy up in New England as Santerre is trying to pass an Earnhardt.
well, they should. He's had a great race. Well, that's 2nd and 3rd, or 3rd and 4th. Here's 1st and 2nd. Again, Purvis holds off the position, and it is a side-by-side at the line between Andy Santerre and Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Almost in contact there between the 4 and the 32. Almost in contact there between the 47 and the 3. Oh, he just can't drive it in the corner and pull that slab job on Earnhardt like he wants to.
As you can see on our rundown, there's just 48 laps to go in this one. Green looks again to the inside of Purvis, coming off turn number 2, heading down the backstretch. They come up on a slower car, but Jeff has a good run, and he takes the lead.
That's the slide job I was talking about just a moment ago.
Yikes.
Santerre just could not get far enough along on the 3 car to pull that job off.
But he's almost 2 seconds behind.
And Bob, the hope here in the Earnhardt Jr. pit is that maybe Jeff Green may have used up his tires trying to run down Purvis and make the pass. Both Green and
We
Earnhardt
were
pitted a lap
6 seconds back, now we're 4, so this is looking good. If it goes green so far.
Will be coming and getting better and better the last 40 laps while green tires may go away. That's the thinking here in the 3 pit. They have constantly told Earnhardt Jr.
When I timed intervals, I would do the same thing, like, didn't have to be the start-finish line, be whatever point I could get a good view or vision of a pole or whatever, and hit it when the leader hit it with our car and look at it, 4.2 seconds, whatever, and then, you know, you do that with the relative in your iRacing. Basically the same thing. But that was what I would always hear my dad calling over the radio. He didn't say much, except for pit stops. He would say what's up, but he would just give his car's time and the leader's time.
Kenseth 90 points down now in the battle for the championship if the race were to end now. Purvis picks up a spot, goes to 6th, and Keller is down 1 to 7th. Every lap they're just side by side. Santerre and Earnhardt.
They didn't seem to worry about if you were in 5th, what the interval to 4th was, so much as the interval to 1st.
Got to save those tires a little bit and hope he gets a great run on Earnhardt and gets by him easily.
And all of this is playing right into the hand of Jeff Green, because even if he did use his tires,
because you're racing to win, right?
Exactly. Jeff Green didn't use them up too much. He's still running over 127.5 miles per hour.
And that is by far the fastest on the racetrack. Well, no, it isn't. It's the fastest of all is 10 feet wide. But Jeff Green is the second quick, and
look at that
about
storm
a mile an hour and a half.
Almost a perfect anvil, triple anvil.
There is the report on the last speed, the last lap. 127.6 or 126.9 between Green in the lead and Earnhardt in 3rd.
Santerre trying once again, going down in turn 3. Watch the leader, Jeff Green. Our second place there. again, that battle for third spot. I think Santerre has a better race. He might have the fastest racer on the racetrack right now. But he can't get by this 3 car.
And he was more than half the distance around, it appears. Earnhardt there in turn number 4. But
Earnhardt's pushing like a bear.
Better line and a better run, and holds off the challenge once again. 1.5 second advantage for Jeff Green here at the Napa Auto Care 250 from Pikes Peak. We'll be right back.
I heard a noise. I think my son logged onto this sim.
Playing
Yep, I
back
hear
up into 10.
vroom, vroom, vroom. He's doing a sim. Oh yeah, he must be doing C-Fix. Skip over the commercial.
Passing the slower car of Curtis Markham there in 72. He is flaps down in 34th position.
I wonder if Moon Car is on tonight, because he runs Moon Car
On the
now.
rundown, there are 27 cars on the lead lap.
I'd have to check my phone. I can't remember.
31 laps to go. What's been a good race here at Pikes Peak. Earlier today on ESPN, you saw Greg Biffle win the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series at Michigan.
I sent my dad a message this weekend. Happy Daytona 500 day.
I believe that's 5 out of the last 10 or something for Biffle. He's on the road.
Yes, he is. Good to see an old winter heat driver doing so well in a higher division of NASCAR. 220 completed, 30 to go.
As our leader, Jeff Green, 3 seconds has a second place battle between Earnhardt Jr. and Andy Santerre.
But he now has a bit of traffic ahead of him. Bobby Hill immediately ahead of the leader. As we once again check out the battle for a second. Green moving to the inside of Bobby Hill.
I can't see nothing with that.
Brad Loney in the 90 car is just ahead.
I tried to read it.
Damon Lusk 8 laps down in 36 in the number 12 car there, the America Online machine.
There we see the onboard camera. The message to Jeff Pogue says, "Get well, Jeff."
Let's check out some more telemetry here, BP. The Lucas Oil manufactures heavy-duty and high-performance lubricants. Bring you this information.
So Damon Lusk gets up to 138 miles per hour before he gets down the corner, has to brake, dips down to about 106 or 7 miles per hour. So we can see these cars in front still running 140, 45 miles per hour down the straightaway. Up to 7,800 RPMs. Damon Lusk has had a very eye-opening experience.
NASCAR tonight, guys. Oh crap! He was the point leader. I mean, he was the pole sitter. He didn't hit nothing though.
Up to 8th position. He had made a 9.
Oh, he's mad at himself.
And the caution flag gets out. That'll bunch these boys up.
Now, the 2.3 second advantage that Jeff Green had on Dale Earnhardt Jr. is gone. Looks like that Blaney may stay on the lead lap here. He passes Green as Jeff has not taken the caution flag yet. Here he comes. Several cars may have picked up a lap. So this is going to be interesting. Here's the replay on Blaney.
Just gets up too high for some reason. Gets in a loose stuff, and he does a pretty good job. Almost has it saved, but then he can't quite catch up with the steering wheel, and around he goes.
Not a great deal of contact, if any, with the wall, though. Let's watch it closely.
It's just a little bit too high. I wonder if there's any water down there or anything. That's in turn 1, wasn't it?
Yeah, up in 1 and 2. Slides down to the apron. Here it is again. I don't know, BP. He just seemed to head right for the wall.
Yeah, I think he just got in way too high, and
Just never
Mooncar
could get
might
back.
be
He hit
running
the wall, I don't
tonight
believe,
because I
but
see
never
he
could get back
ran
on
a week
control.
ago.
If he did, he hit it very slightly.
sure.
And there are reports of raindrops. And there is the rubber.
That might
from
be
Wayne
what my
Star.
son is
Wow.
running. Or he could be running C
Well, boy, this
fixed,
will be a
which he
shame
does
if it
most
starts
of the
raining now.
time.
We've only
But
got 25
oh,
laps to
Chris
go,
ran
and the
a
shootout here
Daytona
for the win
500,
could be very,
2 of them
very
this
interesting.
weekend. One of them
Oh,
he
that was
finished
not
second in
Blaine's
a
car.
3
That was a
Cape
57. Jason
split.
Keller.
3.1 or
Gone on his
something.
car. Jacob
That's
running
a
up
good
about
thing.
14th or 15th position.
Yeah, but I can't.
Well, he can't
I used to have Mooncar's Discord, I guess.
That's for sure.
I don't remember.
That Lappy's headed toward you.
Yeah, Jason Keller on his way in. They'll get right
Aw,
sides
man.
on that race car. He's still in the lead
More
lap now,
caution.
but going to lose a lot of track position. You were talking about
Killed
rain. There
tire.
has been quite a few raindrops down here in the turn number 1 area, but by no means was it enough to have done anything to Dave Blaney. Blaney is now in right beside Keller, so these 2 cars will come to pit road. See that flat right in front is off, and Jason Keller's back out there, but he's lost a lot of spots.
I have a cool little video of my the storm, driving out to the store, and we drove out to the store about 5 miles away and then drove back. I filmed on the way back, and it was 4 days after the storm. It's crazy.
Everybody concerned about him. Back to green.
Okay.
Green comes out on lap 230 with 2:29 complete. See what happens. Well, Earnhardt is right there on the outside of Jeff Green as they come off corner number 2. This is a
Oh, geez, there should not be any more commercials. No more ads the rest of the stream. Sorry about that. Tried to catch that one. Missed it.
Jeff Green, every time he looks up on the race, the checker flag is almost in the air, and someone is going by.
Oh, my.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. trying to get by. Santerre is right
I'll
behind
tell you
him.
what, Dale Jr. in 1999 was wrapped so tight. Oh my God, but he does win the championship, I believe. But man, you're going to see a difference between Dale Jr. then and now, for real. Like, he was really wrapped tight. Like, so high strung. Oh my God, the pressure on that kid.
Hey, what the heck? I'm got a good run. Here he goes. Here he goes. Santerre to the inside at the end of the backstretch. Oh, can't quite complete the pass. We have
Look at Fedua.
race side by side so often this afternoon, and here they are again.
I'll tell you what, Tim's a good driver. That's the one thing I pulled out of all of this stuff is Tim was a way better driver than people gave him credit. I mean, you just didn't hear much about him, but look at him right now. Look at that car wrap that white line like you want it.
Oh, now here we go.
And Terre gets a good run off the fourth corner into the D-shaped part of the oval here at Pikes Peak. He may have it here.
Earnhardt's going to come back on the outside once again. Now, this is the best run he's had yet.
Yes, it is. And again, there's contact between those two.
What a great, oh my God, P1 through 4. Don't do anything crazy.
But he charges back once again as they complete lap 234 with 16 to go.
Fuller's in P12. He came back from a little bobble there. He started 5th, went back to 20-something.
On the backstretch, gets a nose ahead of Earnhardt.
Oh, it doesn't get much better than this.
Now he leads up.
Oy. Andy Santerre. I think he's from Maine.
Wow. Earnhardt, and that was hard fought. Earnhardt Jr. did everything he could do to keep that 47 car behind him.
Andy Santerre has never won a NASCAR Busch Series race.
Didn't he
Nothing like the first. Dad's first was New Hampshire. Well, I shouldn't say that. When it was Sportsman, he won a couple of Darlingtons and stuff with Ronnie, but sheesh. What a cool little track. Why aren't they racing here again? All this room for slicing and dicing.
Todd Bodine becomes a player now as 5 cars are right there together.
Could we have racing even like this again? Could O'Reilly Series be as competitive like this? Look how much look how Jeff Green like just sent it in there and didn't wash up. Oh, a little bit. Dale didn't agree.
Jerry Punch, you think he's going to do it?
Well, I'll tell you what, if Andy Santerre pulls
Wow, look at Tim flying though.
You're going to want to see the Queen stand and cheer. He and White Flu are very, very popular among this Pro Series contingent. He broke his leg at the season opening Daytona, or 300-mile race at Daytona, and from his home, from his hospital bed, and from a wheelchair, he called other crew members as he watched them week after week to cheer him on. He never lost faith in his ability, and he always called to congratulate the winner week after week. It may be his
Boy,
turn
Jeff
today.
Green's putting the pressure.
Earnhardt Jr. is in the wall.
Oh, man. Yeah, his car was going away, and he found that edge.
Well, it looked like Earnhardt Jr. is going to gain support on Matt Kenseth. This happens with just a few laps to go. And Andy Santerre definitely did not want to see the caution flag wave.
Poor Andy, man. I don't know that he wins it.
There are 10 laps to go in this race, and the caution is out. But now, Tim Fedewa, Jeff Green.
Oh, my God.
Bodine
Oh,
are gonna get another shot at him.
Jesus.
And here is the replay of the crash involving Dale Earnhardt.
There we see Todd Bodine.
Todd got
on the
him.
inside of Earnhardt, got the number 66 a little bit loose when he straightened it up, when he had to make the correction.
Oh,
He
that's
ran
not
the
going to
left
go
rear
over
of
too
Dale
big.
Earnhardt Jr.
All right, they're going to play it like 18 million more times.
Oh, we see him, but there's the good news. Yeah, that is the good news.
He had just hurt his shoulder 2 weeks before.
You know, in Milwaukee, remember he broke his scapula back in Milwaukee.
Yep.
Just
Yeah, he broke his shoulder
He
blade.
said, please don't touch
Or
me.
scapula.
Please let me go here.
Oh, man.
Don't touch me. How many of you guys don't touch? I'm fine, just don't touch me.
Jerry, what's the update?
Well, when he
Adrenaline.
called out of the car, you could see the crew haven't been able to talk to him. Obviously, he's out of the car and not in radio contact. But remember, he broke that right scapula, the very tip of his right scapula, just a few weeks ago in Milwaukee. And although he has not complained, he's been driving like he has no injuries at all, he still basically has a fractured shoulder blade. Exact same fracture that Bobby Labonte had when he fractured his early in the year. So obviously, that kind of impact couldn't have helped that at all. And to my knowledge, he was not wearing a brace or anything other than just some extra padding in his seat to help him today.
Well, he's in the ambulance.
Damn
He
it.
climbed in there, of course, under his own power. They're going to check him over. Let's hope that
He
he
got
did
the
not
crap
read
beat
into
out
that.
of him
Perhaps
for a
he
few
bumped it and
years.
hurt it a little bit, but let's hope that he did not do any more damage to himself that has already been done. In any case, Dale Earnhardt Jr. is out of competition as a little more than 8 laps remain.
America Online. That's so old school. We're in P2. Let's see what's up.
What? Think so? Okay. Good.
He's smiling.
They're coming to me in 10.
10 seconds.
Back at Pikes Peak Raceway, Dale Earnhardt Jr. out of the car. First question is, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Todd Bodine got a little squirrely down there, I know, with some awfully close racing out there on the racetrack.
Yeah, we were real tight there on that last set, and I was trying to give everybody the room, but I wanted to race them. I didn't know whether I'd have a chance to win or not. I didn't want to give that up. And nobody else had any trouble getting by me. I guess that cue ball-headed fool. Can't get by us without reckoning.
Okay, so Dale Earnhardt is definitely going to lose some points today here at Pikes
Oh my
Peak.
goodness.
Because Matt Kenseth
Oh my
right now
goodness.
is in
Did you hear what he
8th
said?
position.
If you didn't hear what he said that cool, cute ball racing fool.
More positions before the day of the Cup.
Lord have mercy.
Because he did really race the guys great.
Yeah, he did. It's a pretty beat-up race car that they're taking back to the garage area.
You can hear Dale in the background if you got earphones on. You can hear him. He is still yelling.
There, so now they'll have to go to a different plan.
1 to go. Has been really strong. So is Jeff Green. Now Todd
Skip
Bodine
ahead.
is up there in 4th. Purvis in 5th, and they've turned the caution light back on.
They're not going green this time, but they will next time. Signal has been given from the flag. Matt Alexander.
I think when we saw that shot of them having Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s car on the
To see Dale Jr. now doing the Dirty Mo Media and all that, which is great, like a really great show. I love the old crew chiefs and hearing a lot of their chassis theory and stuff. Like, I didn't realize that, like, Larry McReynolds and my dad had very similar theories from what I was taught. And all of that. Andy Petrie, too. I recently listened to his interview on Dirty Mo Media, and it was exciting to me.
Of the lead lap cars.
We will have 4 laps to determine the winner of the Napa Auto Care 250.
Now, my son normally has league race tonight, but he's decided to forego that. Long story short.
Although he is the leader this time, it might make a difference. We'll see.
But he might be spotting someone. He decided to withdraw. It'd be nice to find a league with integrity. Whoa, there goes Tim. Andy's just way too fast, and Tim ain't gonna wreck him. Right there, your mindset is, let us two get away from those two. Oh, he didn't do that. But his car runs good on the bottom. He likes that. Wrap that bottom and sling it. Bring it up high, sling it down low. Yeah, Santerre's pushing. You know why Santerre might be pushing right there? If he does it over and over, it's the car, but he might be watching the mirror, where he should be just looking at the track and driving his line. Because his car is fast. Yeah, he's pulling away. He's definitely pulling away from Tim. Right there, it gives Tim just enough of a peep, but I don't think he's got it.
From Cherryfield, Maine.
Cherryfield, Maine. See, I knew it was Maine. I kind of knew a little bit of stuff. I've actually seen Andy Santerre run up at Monadnock in the Busch North. Oh, jeez. Oh, my God, no. From the pole to the, we called it penthouse to outhouse. I hope that they interview these guys. It doesn't look like we got enough time for interviews. Oh, man. I would have loved that they interviewed Tim. But look, Andy Santerre winning his first. I don't know if he won again. I can check the database. But I think I closed it. I still got it open, but I'll finish this. And on the outro, I'm just going to play my snow video. After this, I will upload it to YouTube. Look at all them Yankee boys. Northern team. Well, everybody.
Way to go, Andy. Wow.
First win special. Speedy Muffler, I believe that is. The Speedy was like a quick lube.
Sponsored?
Muffler shop.
Where is he going? Oh.
When you don't win a lot, you don't know what pit road is. And you don't know where victory lane is. I mean,
Keep his camera on Dave while we're playing.
wow, they didn't usually do burnouts back then. I wonder if he'll get in trouble. There's the victory lane. Alright, don't tell me.
By the Outlaw Performance Fuel Additives, proudly endorsed.
Dry right now, my tongue's full, but I didn't want to take any water. I had too much.
Well, he just did a couple of donuts, Alex Bernardi style, with his fans, and these fans at Pikes Peak will salute a first-time winner. Last year's Rookie of the Year. And the Lobsters will be screaming in New England tonight because Cherryfield, Maine's favorite son is in victory lane. Andy, congratulations. What an effort.
Oh, man, I tell you, we had an awesome car. This is great for my team. Monroe Muffler Braking Service. Telling him, Kendall, we really needed this win. I'm a little dry right now. My tongue's flowing, but I didn't want to take any water. I just had too much concentration, you know. But say hi to everybody at home, my folks. Love you all, and appreciate everybody standing by me. It's been a tough year for us, and thanks to George Devitt, Mike Gritchie, and this entire team. They put a great car into me today.
Give Sue a big hug. And
Holy smokes, I don't speak Yankee anymore. Only caught half of that. Holy smokes.
Great to see Andy in victory.
That's a heavy Maine accent.
A great race here this afternoon. Matt Kenseth finishes in 7th position and will take over the points lead because Dale Earnhardt Jr. crashed late in the going. Stay tuned for seniors golf, and thanks for
crap. They're jumping to golf. They're jumping to golf. Well, I'm going to sign out on this. I'm not going to raid out or anything today. I'm just going to play. I'm going to upload it here. See, I did a little bit of Speed Week this week. Getting back in my groove and working on my cabin. And this is the ice storm aftermath. I'll play this for y'all as I go out the door. Okay, we are on the secondary road. Well, sure, I don't know. The beyond secondary road. Highways are plowed. Good evening, Pops. Good to see you again, too. This is a not plowed. Have a good night. I'll be back again soon. The best part of it. Trying to stream several times a week now when I work on my cabin. It's all coming together. And I'm a passenger. Enjoy the scenery. This is where I live. I love it. Foothills, mountains and foothills. Alexander County ahead, way over there. That's Fox Mountain. There. That's Fox Mountain. We live at the base of Fox Mountain. We just gotta kind of go around, way around. It was freezing. It wasn't melting good. Here, I can see the runoff. I didn't see any up the other way. What if they just... more looks just like big tire splash, though. you call washboard. Ice washboard. Hear me bracing my back like, oh,
Puppy.
that's Sparkle. She barks at everything.
Puppy. That's Sparkle. What, you see the puppy? Yeah. Good girl. Stella just don't care. She likes to look at puppies, but she don't talk to them. You talk to puppies, don't you, Sparkle? Try to get that focus. When I told you I moved out into the boonies, I moved out to the boonies. I love it out here, though. I've been here since like 2013, and it just is home. I know every inch of these woods. We can ride four-wheelers all we want. It's a freedom I guess you don't have in the city. That mountain in the background is Alexander County. Coming. Placing the strut sooner.
Trying to drive offline a little bit. It's rough. Plenty of traction. Beat the front end right out of the van.
This looks a little better than it did even in the last half hour we came out. But it's all gonna freeze.
The sunny section anyway. Get back up to where the trees are all covered in road.
Happy donkeys. They're the happiest donkeys. They got blankets. They got toys. This is a pretty view too. Might have skipped down this road once, but it don't look like it went down this road much.
just from the cars and the sun. Just like this. It's just a washboard. I mean, this hill was a little slick coming up, but some shade. I mean, we weren't sliding at all, though. Still use neutral going down. Because it is a little steep. But, I mean, I could stop if I needed to.
Oh, that's good.
No, I'm just saying. I can feel a lot of grip.
Were you spinning the tires even in the slush, or was it gripping?
No, I only gave it gas when the tires were on pavement just to build a little momentum. And then I let it coast up the rest of the hill. Like I said, this thing's so heavy with the front wheel drive and it's got really good tires.
Thank you, Auntie.
Here. We're not going to run 60 through the shit. She'll cut along at 20 and 30, no problem. Anywhere you want to go.
At least we know we can get out if there's an emergency. But I suspect we'll be cozy. A lot of grip. Our road's the worst.
Hard driving. Frozen. I'm assuming I'm going to get up the driveway, but I do not know 100% now.
Just shoot onto the front lawn or something, I guess.
It's dirt underneath, so it's only going to spin for so long, and then it's going to grab some dirt.
Yeah, it's the perfect 2 o'clock time of day, 2:30 in the afternoon. It's the best chance for digging it up. All these south-facing hills are melting, but the others won't for a while. Looks like everyone's trying to make their one venture out. We've all been housebound since Friday.
I definitely do not want to be out after dark when the temperature drops back below freezing, but it's fine right now.
Yeah. It is definitely slushy, but that's good. This place on the right with the cone used to be an actual campground. Has several water points and stalls at one time.
The pond's actually frozen.
Yeah, the pond is frozen.
It wasn't the other day.
Well, it's not where the run in and run out is. You can see the pooper stream.
I don't know that.
Or shit
I don't know
stream.
that you could walk on it.
Maybe. No, hell no. And it's gonna take a long time to clean the pollution after a while. It's been a couple of years they haven't been using it as a sewer pond.
Still nasty.
Still nasty. so pretty. These horses. This is actually a dirt road, but so they would not plow it anyway. It's just not had enough sun to.
Traffic.
No.
But that's why we like it.
Yeah, we're almost there.
Problem is, there's really no good run and start.
Just truck on up and go and go.
Oh, it'll be fine.
Brum, 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 brum. That's it.